So P of A by B is what? P of A intersection B divided by P of B. That is equal to P of A. So when can we use P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B? If the events are independent. Drawing first black card is 26 by 52, that is 1 by 2. Drawing second black card is 25 by 51, which is not divisible. So dear students, if two events are mutually exclusive, then they'll not have common elements. Welcome to the session, dear students. Today we'll go ahead with the problems of probability. That is exercise 13.2. Problem 1. If P of A is 3 by 5, P of B is 1 by 5, P of A intersection B you should find, and they told A and B are independent events. So dear students, two events are said to be independent if occurrence of one does not depend on occurrence of other. Very important format is, if two events are independent, P of A by B is same as P of A. But you know, P of A by B is what? P of A intersection B divided by P of B. This is same as P of A. Independent means occurrence of one does not depend on other. So probability of A when B occurred is same as probability of A because it does not depend on B. So P of A by B is what? P of A intersection B divided by P of B. That is equal to P of A. If you rearrange, you will get P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B. So this is the formula. So when can we use P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B? If the events are independent. So now just let me conclude. Say, remember, if A and B are independent, if A and B are independent, then if two events are independent, then what is the rule? The rule is simple. P of A intersection B should be equal to P of A into P of B. So when two events are independent, then P of A intersection B equal to what? P of A into P of B. So now the first problem, whatever they give, let us solve. So they give P of A 3 by 5. They give P of B 1 by 5. They want you to find P of A intersection B. So now given they want P of A intersection B, I can write P of A intersection B is equal to what? P of A into P of B. Can we write this? Yes. Why we can write this? Since A and B are independent. Because A and B are independent, we can use this. When can you use this? We can use this when they are independent. So dear students, you can apply this rule if A and B are what? Independent. So I am using P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B since A and B are independent. Since they are independent, I can apply this. Now P of A, what is P of A given? 3 by 5. What is P of B? What is P of B given? 1 by 5. 3 ones are 3, 5 5s are 25. So 3 by 25. This is probability of A intersection B. Now they want P of A intersection B. I wrote the formula. P of A intersection B is P of A into P of B because they told independent. And P of A is given substitute, P of B is given substitute. Simplify, you get it. 3 by 25. Next question. Two cards are drawn at random without replacement from a pack of 52 playing cards. Find the probability that both cards are black. So dear students, first of all, in 52 cards, we'll have 26. Half of them are red in color. Another half are black cards. That's the first basic you should know. Now define two events. So let event E, drawing first black card. Drawing what? First black card. And event F, drawing second black card. Drawing second black card. See, drawing one card is independent of drawing other card. So now here, P of E means probability of drawing first black card. So first we have how many? 26 cards are there. Out of 26, out of 52 cards. So if you want one black card, 26 by 52 is probability of drawing first black card. After you draw, number of black cards becomes 25 and total number of cards will become 51. So P of F, what is P of F? Drawing second black card. Second black card is number of black cards. How many black cards now we have? 25. Out of total number of cards, 51. 25 by 51. This is probability of drawing second black card, and E and F are independent. So they want you to find the probability of both the cards are black. They want P of E intersection F. What is meant by E intersection? Drawing first black card and second black card, both are black. So that is P of E intersection F is P of E into P of F, because they are independent. What is P of E? We got 26 by 52. What is P of F? We got 25 by 51. After you draw one card, you are not replacing, so number of black cards will become less and total number of cards also becomes one less. So now simplify this. 52 into 51 divided into 26 into 25 by this. So let us multiply this. 26 into 25. 25 4 is 100. 25 6 is 150. 25 2 is 50. 50 plus 15. 50 plus 15, 65. Sorry, first can we divide? Yes. So first let us divide this. 2, okay, 2 1s are 2 3s are 2 2s are 4, 2 6 are 12, 13 2s are, sorry, 26 direct, 13 1s are 13 2s are 1 by 2 it is, sorry, 1 by 2 into 25 by 51 is not divisible. So numerator 25 as it is, 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 105. 25 by 105. Since they are independent, we can use this. Drawing first black card is 26 by 52, that is 1 by 2. Drawing second black card is 25 by 51, which is not divisible. So after you simplify, it will become 25 divided by 102. Then a box of oranges is inspected by examining 3 randoms selected and without replacement. If all 3 oranges are good, then the box is approved for sale. If otherwise, it is rejected. So what is the probability that the box containing 15 oranges, out of which 12 are good and 3 are bad, are approved for sale? So they told there are 15 oranges. Out of 15 oranges, 12 oranges are good and 3 oranges are defective. So now in this you will select 3, one after the other without replacement, and if all 3 are good, then it is approved. So now they are asking you what is the probability of approving, or find the probability that box containing out of 15 oranges, 12 are good and 3 are bad will be approved for sale. So simple. First let us define A. Drawing first good orange. Good orange. What is the probability of drawing a first good orange? P of A is total number of good oranges are, we have 3 good oranges. Sorry, how many good oranges? Out of 15, 12 are good oranges, sorry. So drawing first, so number of good oranges divided by total number of oranges. So we have 12 oranges out of the 15 which are good. So both are divisible by 3. 3 4s are 3 5s are 4 by 5. Second one, B. Drawing second good orange. Second good orange. So first, after you remove one good orange, you will have 2 good oranges. So sorry, after you remove out of 12 good oranges, you have removed 1. So you are left out with what? 11. So probability means favorable by total 11. Out of 11 good oranges, out of 11 good, you are taking any one. The total number of oranges 15 were there. You have removed 1. After you draw 1, this will become 14. So 11 by 14. This is probability of taking second good orange. And event C, let us define. So drawing a third good orange. Third good orange. So number of good oranges left out divided by total number of oranges. So oranges. So dear students, already you have taken 1. So now you have taken 2 also. So second one also you have removed. So now number of good oranges, earlier it was 11. Now it will become what? 1 less 10. And total number of oranges will be less by 1. That will become 13. 10 by 13. And drawing the first orange, second orange and third orange are independent events. They will not depend one on the other. So if 3 events are independent, we can use the multiplication theorem. So if you want, if the box has to be approved for sale, all 3 should be good. So probability of approval. Probability of approval is probability of taking 3 good oranges. First one good and second one good and third one good. This is equal to what? P of A into P of B into P of C. So now P of A, you know what is P of A? We got 4 by 5, P of B, you know, what is P of B? 11 by 14. And P of C also, you know, just now we got 10 by 13. Simplify this. So 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 14, then 5 1s are 5 2s are. So numerator 2 2s are 4, 11 4s are 44, divided by 17 into 3, 91, 44 by 91. Other way of doing this is, I am drawing 3 good oranges. So other way of doing, I am using multiplication theorem. Other way of solving this also, or other method I am showing. So if you want to draw all 3 good oranges, so A intersection B intersection C, favorable by total number of good oranges. See, out of 12 you should draw 3, and total number of oranges 15, 15 C3. If you do, you will get same 44 by 91. This is also fine. Number of good oranges. So if you want to draw 3 good oranges, you should draw from 12 good oranges. So out of 12, 3 can be taken in 12C3 ways. Out of total 15, 3 can be drawn in 15C3. If you do this, you will get the same result, that is 44 by 91. But here I am using multiplication theorem, that is independent events, whatever we have in our syllabus. Then a fair coin and unbiased die are tossed. Let A be the event, head appears on the coin, and B be the event, 3 appears on the die. And they define the events also. Check whether A and B are independent. Dear students, let us write the sample space. What is sample space? You are rolling a coin, you are rolling a die, you are tossing a coin. So when you toss a coin, you may get head. When you roll a die, you may get 1, and head 2, head 3, head 4, head 5, head 6. These are the possible outputs with head. And also when you toss a coin, you may get tail. Tail with 1, tail with 2, tail 3, tail 4, tail 5, tail 6. This is also another possibility. So now then, event A they told. So A be the event, head appears on the coin. So event A, head appears on the coin. Head appears on the coin means I can take the first 4. Event A is H1, H2, H3, head with 3. Head appears on the coin they told. So the toss they have not given. So toss may be any one of these 6. So event A also I wrote. Then event B. Event B is what? Event B is 3 on the die. Event B 3 on the die. 3 on the die. What are the outputs? See, here you have 3 on the die. Here you have 3 on the die. Head with 3 or tail with 3. And now usual, you find A intersection B. Intersection means common elements. So what are common for A and B both? So if you see, common for A and B, H3 and H3. These are the common elements. So A intersection B is H comma 3. Only one element. So now they want you to find whether A and B are independent. How can I check whether A and B are independent? First I'll find P of A intersection B. What is P of A intersection B? N of A intersection B divided by N of S. So N of A intersection B, we have only one element. Total we have, so N of S, we have 6 plus 6, 12 elements, 1 by 12. So now I got P of A intersection B. Call it as equation 1. Now you find P of A into P of B. Consider P of A into P of B. What is P of A? N of A by N of S into, what is P of B? N of B by N of S. So what is N of A? Number of elements in A. In A we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in A we have 6 out of 12. So in B how many we have? In B we have 2 out of 12. So simplify this. 6 by 12 is 1 by 2. 2 by 12 is 1 by 6. So that is 1 by 12. So therefore you got both same. So therefore, since P of A intersection B is same as P of A into P of B, the events are independent. Hope all of you got this. A die is marked 1, 2, 3 in red color and 4, 5, 6 in green. Event A number is even. Event B number, the event and the B be the event, number is red. So are A and B independent? First let us write set A. What is set A? Event A. What is event A? What is event A? Number is even. Number is even. What are the even numbers? 2, 4, 6. So event A is just 2, 4, 6. What is event B? Event B is also given. What is event B they gave? Event B number is red. Number is red means what are the numbers which are red? 1, 2, 3. And are they independent? They're asking. First find A intersection B. Do we have common elements in A and B? Yes, we have common element, that is 2. 2 is present in both. So 2. So now go ahead. Find P of A intersection B. What is P of A intersection B? P of A intersection B is P of A divided by, P of A intersection B is what? First definition. P of A intersection B is N of A intersection B divided by total. Total means what? Number of elements in sample space, N of S. So coming to this. So what is the sample space? A die marked 1, 2, 3, red, 4, 5, 6 is tossed. So when you roll a die, what is the sample space? Sample space, you'll have 6 output. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now going ahead, P of A intersection B. In A intersection B, which is common. Common means what? It should be even also, it should be red also. So 2, only one element. Number of elements in A intersection B is what? Only 1, that is 2. So now 1 divided by total 6, 1 by 6. This is P of A intersection B. Now call it as equation 1. Find P of A and into P of B. Find P of A into P of B. What is P of A? N of A divided by N of S. What is P of B? N of B divided by N of S. So now what is N of A? Number of elements in set A. Set A we have 3 elements. Total 6. N of B means number of elements in set B. In set B also we have 3 elements out of 6. So this is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. 3 ones are 3 twos are 3 ones are 3 twos are. So 1 by 4. So P of A into P of B we got 1 by 4. Are they equal now? Are 1 and 2 equal? No. So from 1 and 2, P of A intersection B is not equal to, this is not equal to P of A into P of B. What is the conclusion? If they are not equal, we can say the events are not independent. So therefore, A and B are not independent. When can you say they are independent? If P of A intersection B is P of A into P of B. If P of A intersection B is not equal to P of A into P of B, then they are not independent. Then let E and F be the events. P of E is 3 by 5, P of F is 3 by 10, P of E intersection B, F is 1 by 5. Find are E and F independent? As usual, first find P of E intersection F, that is given 1 by 5, call it as equation 1. Then find P of E into P of F. So P of E into P of F. What is P of E? They gave 3 by 5. P of F, what they gave? 3 by 10. So therefore, if you simplify this, it will become 9 by 50. So call it as equation 2. So P of E into P of F, we got a value. But if you compare, they are not equal. So from 1 and 2, what is the conclusion? From 1 and 2, equation 1 and equation 2, P of E intersection F is not equal to P of E into P of F. Therefore, D and F are not independent. They are not independent. Since they are not equal, see, they are not independent. P of E intersection F is not equal to P of E into P of F, therefore they are not independent. Given that the events A and B are such that P of A is half, P of A union B is 3 by 5, P of B is small p, and find this small p if they are mutually exclusive. First case is they are mutually exclusive. Second one, they are independent. Dear students, if two events are mutually exclusive, then they'll not have common elements. So case 1 I'll take. Case 1, mutually exclusive. So P of A intersection B is exactly equal to what? 0. Why? Because they are mutually exclusive. But so they give P of A and P of A union B. And also P of B. So P of A union B formula, you know. What is P of A union B? P of A union B is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. So known values you substitute now. P of A we know. What is P of A? They gave 1 by 2. P of B we know. What is that? They gave small p. This is 0. But A union B is also given. That is 3 by 5. Simplify this. So 3 by 5 is equal to 1 by 2 plus p. Minus 0, you can leave it. So transfer 1 by 2 to this side. So 3 by 5 minus 1 by 2 is p. So take LCM, 5 2s are 10, 3 2s are 6, minus 5 is p. Therefore, you got the value of p. What is value of p? P is 1 by 10. This is the value of what? P, 1 by 10. And first part we have done. Second part they told they're independent. So second part they told events are independent. What is the rule for independent? See, if two events are independent, then P of A intersection B is exactly equal to what? P of A into P of B. We know that if two events are independent, then P of A intersection B has to be equal to P of A into P of B. So now P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B. So here P of A they give 1 by 2, P of B they give half, and independent. The A intersection B we got, sorry, A intersection B is, okay, P of A is 1 by 2, P of A union B is 3 by 5. They give A union B. So this formula, by formula, I can write it as P of A plus P of B minus P of A union B. P of A is 1 by 2, P of B P. This is A union B. They give, what is A union? 3 by 5. Or otherwise, so otherwise we can say second part, independent they give. So to make the process faster, independent, P of A intersection B is equal to what? P of A into P of B. Now use the formula of P of A union B. What is P of A union B? P of A union B is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. So P of A union B, LHS, you know, P of A union B, they give 3 by 5. So left side 3 by 5. P of A, what is P of A? 1 by 2. What is P of B? Small p. But this P of A intersection B can be written as again P of A into P of B. Substitute this, so it will become 1 by 2. 3 by 5 is 1 by 2 plus small p minus P of A. What is P of A? P of A is 1 by 2 into small p. So rearrange this. So now simplify this. 3 by 5 minus 1 by 2 is equal to P minus P by 2. So LCM is 10, 3 2 is 6 minus 5. LCM is 2, 2P minus P. So 1 by 10 is equal to what? P by 2. Rearrange, P is equal to what? 2 by 10. 2 1s are 2, 5s are, you got PP is what? 1 by 5. See here in one case they told independent. Independent means what? P of A intersection B, you can take it as P of A into P of B. And P of A union B, since they give, write the formula for P of A union B. What is P of A union B? P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. In the place of P of A intersection B, we can write P of A into P of B because we know they are independent. Then substitute the value of given values. Means A union B value they give, A value they give, B we don't know, they gave it a small p, substitute it, rearrange and get the answer as 1 by 5. So I hope all of you understood this. I'll see you in my next session. Please sit and revise. Thanks for attending. Thank you.